Your internal beliefs is the main thing that's actually preventing you from actually getting towards your goals. In order for you to actually do something you've never done before, it's going to take a different action, a different step in order for you to actually get there. So, internal beliefs, what do I mean by internal beliefs? Internal beliefs is the way we naturally operate as human beings. So, my internal beliefs might be different to you, and vice versa. Before I try to make this transformation, my internal belief was that I was pretty scared with money, right? I didn't believe money was easy to actually get. Me thinking that way prevented me from ultimately making money for almost 2 years. In order for you to do something you've never done before, it requires a different level of thinking. So let's say I understood that I have a limited belief in regards to money. I'm always going to operate like that. But if I believe money is easy for me to actually get, that's going to allow me to actually work on a level where I'll be able to actually make the money that I want to make. So internal beliefs, it's such a huge determining factor into the human that you actually want to be. So let me actually break it down. This is Bob, and his beliefs is that getting rich is hard. He's going to operate on a level where getting rich is actually hard for him because he doesn't believe it's actually possible. But if you believe anything is possible, you can ultimately achieve it. That's why it's so important for you to actually understand that anything is actually possible once you fix who you are internally. I'm a huge person when it comes to mindset because that's the biggest determining factor from those who have the most success and those who ultimately don't make it in this entrepreneurial space. Entrepreneurship, it's a game of decades, right? Don't think short term. I want to be in this game 20, 30, 40 years down the line, right? So how do I build that longevity? It's about fixing my mind and who I want to be internally. If you only care about quick cash, it may feel good short term, but long term it's going to have instability. And that's just going to lead to unfulfillment in your life. So if you want something, you have predictable, consistent growth. It's about fixing who you are internally, ultimately tailoring your life towards that lifestyle that you want to live. That's the only way you can actually have long-term success and long-term fulfillment in your life. As you can see, Bob, he believes that money is hard for him to get. He believes it's hard to escape 9 to 5, hard to escape 9 to 5. He believes life is impossible for any regular human being. Him thinking like that, the way he's talking to himself, is ultimately going to lead to the way he carries out in his life, right? But if you have true conviction, and let me actually break it down, but if you have true conviction that you know what lifestyle you want to live, you know what patterns, you know exactly what you actually want to do, it's about actually operating on that level. So think of somebody who's doing, let's say your goal is to make 10K per month. Think of somebody you know that's making 10K per month. How do they conduct themselves? What lessons, what things are they ultimately reading? What people are they looking at? What things to try and operate at a level like them? Because that's only going to benefit you as you're actually getting closer towards your goals. That's the whole message here and what we're ultimately trying to build. It's build you to be that person that you ultimately want to be. I'm huge on mindset because I truly, truly believe that's the most important thing, especially as an entrepreneur. Because at the end of the day, people, they only buy from people they like, know, and trust. In order for you to do that, you need to have the right mindset. We live in a digital age where people don't trust a lot of people. They want someone that's genuine, they want someone that's honest, and someone who's ultimately hardworking. That's where mindset comes into play, and that's why it's so important that you need to ultimately build it. That was just a concise message, kind of just giving you more of an understanding of what it takes to ultimately win. It's about identifying who you are right now, what steps you need to do to ultimately improve, identify the lifestyle that you actually want to live, and see what steps you can ultimately implement in order to actually get you there. That's the main thing, and how you can actually get to your goals.